Hi everyone, welcome. I'm just gonna give it a couple of minutes. I'm cautious some people are moving from the previous session that we've just had. Hi again, Amanda. But yeah, I'll just give it ample time so that people can join. But yeah, how is everyone's day been? It's very sunny here in London. Very happy Thursday for me. So yeah, let me know how your day is going.
Hello.
Hello! Oh my God! We're so happy to make you on the stage. Lovely. This is working. Oh my God. Okay, let's get it started. And do you
Okay.
know what is amazing thing? This 70 minutes while we are going through this, still audience is here and waiting that it's gonna happen. They're so dedicated. So you have just a great audience here today.
Nice. Cool. Well, hello everyone. Sorry about all of this craziness. I'd like to start the presentation. So I want to share my screen now. Hopefully this will work. I'm going to share my screen.
Drum roll.
Drum roll, right? Oh no.
The moment of truth.
Moment of truth. Well, yeah, and I tried like 3 different browsers because I thought it was a browser issue, so I'm going through all my different browsers. I'm back to Chrome, which I usually don't use. Okay, I need to quit and reopen. Uh-oh.
No worries. So, while Kartikeya, next question. Can a project submission in this hackathon translate to job internship opportunity in Aurora ecosystem? Yes, definitely. So, when you're building a hackathon project here, not only here, but in general, at Encode Club, all the hackathon, my recommendation is, even though you feel like it's slightly unfinished, oh, this is the feature I wanted to build. If you cannot, still try to wrap it up a little bit, narrow it down, and submit
Can you
so
still
that
hear
it
me?
can be your portfolio. Yes, we can hear
Cool. We
you
can
again.
still hear you. All right. Share screen. I'm going to, I can select tabs, or I'm just going to do let me do the whole thing. All right. Can you see my screen? Oh, yes. Infinite loop. I love it. All right. Cool. Everyone see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Looks
Awesome. We're still good. We're still good to go. Okay, cool. Should I just start? Should I just start my should I start my presentation now?
Yes. Okay. So maybe just to make it easier for our video editing team, let's quickly restart so that they can cut the first part out. So we're just gonna be introducing Josh today. I will just make Joanna your screen big, and we will just start as if nothing happened.
That sounds
Let's
perfect.
get started.
That sounds perfect. Cool. Well, hello everyone. My name is Josh. I work on developer relations at Near Protocol, as well as Pagoda. I'm going to talk to you today about the blockchain operating system and just give you a kind of quick intro to it. Also, yeah, let's go ahead and D&D. Let's be professional here and put my do not disturb so that way we don't see like messages coming up on my screen. Yeah, sorry about all the technical difficulties that we've had this morning. But yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So yeah, basically what I want to start out by talking about is decentralized applications. And I think right before this call, I think I heard that you guys were talking about decentralized applications and how they work. And I'm not sure like what the audience skill set is, but yeah, when I first found out about decentralized applications and then how they were all on the blockchain, it seemed a little confusing to me. Like, it sounds cool, but I don't understand how we can fit all of that information on a blockchain and how it can be rendered so quickly to the front end. Like, how does this work? And it was really intriguing to me. And then, so I thought, like, how is this possible to put all this information there? And then what I realized by digging into it, actually, what a decentralized application is basically most of the information and the source code and all the assets is actually still on a Web 2 database. It's traditional web development as most people understand how it works today, and only a little bit of the crucial state is stored on blockchain. So transactions and the vital things that we want to have secure is on the blockchain. So this made more sense to me. I was like, oh, okay, I get it. This is totally more in alignment with my understanding of how things work. So yeah, basically it's mainly still a Web 2 application, but just a little bit of state is stored on the blockchain. So I'm like, yeah, we're probably far away from having, fully decentralized applications. It's going to take some time for technology to get to the point where we can actually have that, right? But actually, with the blockchain operating system, we have this ability to decentralize the whole stack. And that's kind of the thought behind the operating system component of what we're talking about here. We have not only the backend or the blockchain to interact with and write smart contracts with, but now we've created this full stack environment where developers can come and have a full experience on using decentralized technology to create their applications. So again, dApp architecture today, source code and assets stored on a Web 2 database like Amazon Web Services or Google, and then that crucial state stored on the blockchain. And how the BOS architecture works is all of the source code and the crucial state is stored in a smart contract DB. Actually, you can have more than, I should update this diagram. The smart contract database holds the source code. It holds information about users. And then you can have additional smart contracts that you interact with. But basically everything is stored on chain within smart contracts, and larger assets like music files or you have pictures and stuff like that. We utilize decentralized file storage using IPFS. So yeah, this is pretty crazy. It's like, oh, all of the source code is stored in a smart contract on chain. And yeah, for me, it was pretty mind-blowing to find out that this is actually possible. And how this actually works is all of that front end code is rendered using this virtual machine that runs a version of JSX, which is like a React style framework. So all of this information is read from the blockchain, and assets are grabbed from IPFS. And then we use this custom virtual machine that we've created to then render everything to the DOM, to the end user. So yeah, I'd like to kind of go into a demo real quick and explain, or actually just like show. I think it's a little bit easier to show how things work rather than kind of keep going through slides. Is there any questions? I can pause real quick. Any questions on anything I covered so far? And just want a quick sanity check to make sure that I'm still live with you guys and everyone can hear me and I'm not talking to myself.
No questions so far. Don't you worry.
Cool.
I will
cool.
flag them up once they come. Thank you, though.
All right, cool. So yeah, what I'd like to show is basically going to near.org. One thing I would really like to show that is super cool that we just worked on is our fast auth. So creating an account is really simple. All we do is we go create account. We can do email, we'll do BOS. And actually, I just found this cool trick. You can do a plus sign after any Gmail account and create like an infinite amount of tests, but we can do BOS plus encode at near.org. And then cool, BOS encode is available. So this is our account ID for the Near platform. We're going to go ahead and hit continue. We'll hit continue for here, and then we'll just use a biometric to sign or to create an encryption, a key pair. And we're going to go to our email address off to the side. We're going to go to our email, and we should have gotten a link from Near. It says sign on to Near onboarding. We received a request. Click here to sign on. You click this magic link, and yeah, it starts creating this account. And under the hood, we're doing all these meta transactions and talking to relayers, and we're constructing a decentralized account for the user, and it takes a moment. We just need to update this page, a little bit of a loading spinner. But yeah, now that's it. All you had to do is just give an email address, and now we have a full account that we can try things out. So we'll go ahead and agree to the excuse me, we'll go ahead and agree to the terms and conditions, and you can see there it had saving data. And what that is there is on the social DB contract, there is a JSON object that stores all of your personal information that you decide that you want to opt into or not, and you control that as a user. So if I want to participate, if I want to type in a post here, and I can say, hey, how's it going? And then I can go ahead and post it. It's saying, hey, do you want to post this? And you're going to be posting it in the smart contract. It's going to say what kind of text, what kind of information is it? It's a post. Here's the text. And it saves this under my account. And this is my account object that's going to be stored on chain. And I can just say, hey, yeah, don't ask me again if I want to do this. So once I hit save, I'll go ahead and do it. And because Near is so quick that once I sign this transaction, it immediately is sent to the blockchain and it's done. There it is, a couple seconds, there and back. Finality for each block is about a second. So it's pretty quick. And yeah, that's pretty much my post. And I can go another post. And again, this is fully on chain. Everything is being sent to the Near network. And this time I won't be asked to sign or to opt into that again. And it posts it right there. So yeah, now that I have, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, just one quick question. So someone asked, how much will it cost to post?
Right now, everything's free. So what we're doing is we're with Fast Auth. We have basically we are prepaying transactions for individuals. I'm not sure what the what like the limitations are on that. You can keep using it. I don't know where we've kind of landed on how many interactions or how many experiences can I do before I'm going to be asked to pay for it. But it's like fractions like of cents or something very, very small to post each one. It's like it's a very small transaction fee. I'm not exactly sure what it would be once once you're out of the trial period. And I actually don't know what we've set it at. Everything right now is kind of like in an alpha state. This is like a concept that we've been working on. We've been working on it since January full-time, like all the engineers kind of really working on this to develop this experience. So a lot of things are in progress right now. But yeah, and then we really want to hear feedback as you're exploring this. So as you're playing around with it, please, click this question mark in the lower right-hand corner, say, hey, this is an issue I had, or this is something that I think I would really like to see as a feature on this platform. And yeah, we really value the community feedback so we can help build this tool with you guys in mind.
Sorry, just one other question that popped up. Someone was having problems signing up. It kept saying that your identity couldn't be verified. Is there any way to kind of combat that?
Your identity couldn't be verified. I honestly don't know. I haven't seen that one before. Yeah, maybe after the presentation I can help out with that and talk to our engineering team. Maybe check. I actually haven't seen that error before, but yeah. Please, like hit that feedback and say, hey, I wasn't able to create an account. Try it again. Maybe try a different browser. But yeah, I haven't really seen that error actually. Was there any other questions?
No, all good. Thank you.
Okay, cool. So yeah. Moving forward, we have this kind of landing page. These are featured components that people have created. We have our news and people, and I can go to my profile and take a look at my profile. These are the posts that I made. And the cool thing about this is that the entire website, I can view the source code. Everything is on chain. So I can go up here to develop. I can go to view details, and I can actually see, oh, this is my profile page. This is all of the source code that goes along with this particular component. These are all the dependencies. So it's like as you're used to like npm packages or stuff like that, like these are all other components that are imported within this profile page. And I can also see the history of the commits. So, and this is all based on block height. So at block height 906.314, I can see, oh, there was these changes that were made, and I can take a look and see what the source code, how it was modified, and I can actually go back and see the entire history, just like you would in like GitHub. But it's cool that as you're experiencing a live application, you're able to actually verify what it is that you're interacting with and what has changed recently. And you can also, view a page, add a certain block height by in the URL, putting that block height there, and you can, pin it to that specific version. And then there's also a discussion here too that you can interact with any component creator. Say, hey, I really like what you're doing. They'll get notified, or hey, I have some feedback for you. And you can let them know how you enjoy their component. So if I were to take a look at this is the profile page that I actually just looked at. I can actually fork it. I can take a look and see, again, what the source code is, but now I can start to manipulate it and play with it and see how I want to maybe change it. I can go over here, hit render preview. This is the preview that I had. And what we can do is say, let's see, I want to add a weather widget. This is something that my colleague Dennis created. He created this weather component. What I actually did, I don't know if people saw that, but what I did is I went over here and I went to the embed portion of it. So that way it's going to grab the source code. I'm going to go down here into my JSX, and I'm actually going to put, I'll put it in the sidebar, and we'll go ahead and paste this widget. And basically what it's doing is it's saying, here is the widget address. This is the username. This is the widget. And then this is the name of the widget. And then, once I paste it in there, I can render a preview, and you can see right here, it now becomes a part of my profile. And I can, I'm from Portland, I can type in my name or type in my city and hit enter, and then it runs out, hits some APIs, and it tells me what the temperature is and all this fun stuff. So maybe I actually want to add something a little bit more interesting. I can, let's say I want to do a swap or maybe staking. I'll go ahead and grab this Lido component that Vadim created, and I'll go to line, actually I'll do this right outside of the sidebar. I can put this, I can put this right about here, and let's see, we'll render our preview. Cool. Now we have this component here, and it's kind of showing the composability of this. I'm grabbing someone else's component. I can stake Ether now, which is something that's also super awesome. Like, you're not trapped within, any kind of ecosystem. We want to make this multi-chain. Well, actually, it is multi-chain currently, but we want to make it for every chain. And allow individuals to interact with any network that they want to. So what I can do here is I connect with Web3. It's saying, hey, you want to connect with your MetaMask wallet connector ledger? Sure, I'll go ahead and connect with my MetaMask. Type in my secret password, and cool. Now I'm connected. And this is where, you guys are on the Aurora Hackathon. This is where you can connect to Aurora mainnet, connect to Ethereum, ZK Sync, Binance, or any of the test nets on, or these two test nets on the Ethereum blockchain. So go ahead and click on Ethereum. Go ahead, I'll switch network from Aurora to Ethereum, and now I can. I think I hear someone. And now I can.
Sorry, I just wanted
to say
a couple of questions.
Yeah.
In the chat. Sorry, some of them are quite long, so it might be worth just popping back into the chat just in case.
Okay, I'm sorry. You said we have some long questions.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry. Let me quickly. Can I customize the code of the components?
Of course, yes. Everything. This is the coolest part. Everything is open source. Everything on here is open source. Everything is customizable, and everything is forkable. And now I can publish this. Like, this is my new component. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna publish this, save it, and now it's being published, and now anybody else can use this, and it's saved under my profile. But yeah, if you want, so this stake ether, or maybe this like weather widget, what we can do is go back into search the component. I'm gonna open up Lido. I'm gonna, instead of embedding it, I'm gonna go ahead and open it. And now we have this tab here that I can click on and see, render the preview, and I can actually see this is the source code for it right here. Here's the Lido contract, here's the ABI, and then it's using Ether's library that's imported in here. And yeah, again, this is all the source code here that if I wanted to, I could, again, verify to make sure that there's nothing fishy going on, and also decide, hey, I want to update whatever I want within this component and publish my own version of it. I'm absolutely able to do that. Same thing with I was showing you guys about the weather widget that Dennis from DevRel also made. Go ahead and I'll open that, and you can see here's all the code here. Again, render a preview of it, and this is actually using a component, the pill search component. So when you're creating your applications, you don't need to write everything from scratch. You can actually borrow, okay, I want a search button, I want a discussion component, I want all these different things, and have this composability and ability to really create the application or experience that you want.
Amazing, thank you. And next question is, when we develop the front end, do we use React/Next.js plus existing libraries as we would in Web 2? Or do we need to use the component libraries that exist in Nia and build new ones?
Yeah, exactly. So there is no I hit publish, and now I can go home, I can go to components, and I should see recent components showing up in here. Everything's published right away. I don't have to do anything as far as like setting up web services, or I'm sorry, any kind of hosting solution, or figuring out like deploying anything. All I do is hit publish, and it's on the component library that anybody else can interact with. As far as how this is all working with React, it's a React version. It's kind of a stripped down version of React, and it has some limitations on it that we imported as like an MVP/security reason. But we're actually rethinking the way in which we're implementing the virtual machine and opening it up a little bit more for imports. For different maybe NPM packages that you might want to use. So yeah, right now there's like a component library. You kind of have to write, or create things a little bit from scratch. But what I can do is show you, if you go to docs.near.org, you can check out our wonderful documentation that we have here, and then click on BOS at the top. And this will actually show you kind of, all right, now I want to kind of dig into here a little bit more and figure out how are components created, and play around with the code. And this is actually a live preview. Have a wonderful day. And you can see right below it updates. So this will take you through step by step of, okay, what's a component? How am I interacting with it? Or maybe you're like, I just want to jump into the APIs. Here are all the APIs. Here is all the ways in which you can interact with the virtual machine. Here are standard objects. Here's the social object, the data, the social DB that you interact with. Here's some state. The near API. This allows you to call any other smart contract. You can start doing cross-contract calls, getting state from other components. But yeah, everything is kind of set up here in docs.near.org. You go to BOS, and yeah, you can check out different examples. Go to a quick start, and this will actually take you through creating your first component and kind of step by step of how you would build things. And you can kind of see like the React syntax. You can set a greeting, and then you do this return statement, which many people are familiar with React. You have a fragment here that you have a div, and you start inserting your elements, much like you would in a regular React project. But this will take you step by step how to create any kind of component. And then you want to start getting into smart contract interaction, or you want to start using design components. We have this whole Radix UI library that we've imported that'll help you quickly develop in using some pre-designed components that allow you to kind of build quickly. And then this basic ethers.js, this is what you'll be using for interacting with Ethereum, interacting with Aurora, this library here. And then again, yeah, we have that Lido example that kind of breaks it down for you and gets into it, gets into the nitty gritty of how this is all created and how you can use it. Does that answer your question? Oh, did I lose you? Are you still there?
Yes. Sorry, just waiting for them to reply. Yes. But we also have one more question, if you don't mind, which is how much of the existing Web2 tools can we leverage?
That's a good question. Currently, everything that you have would be in Docs. You go to the API, and you can take a look and see, like these are all kind of basic standard objects that you can interact with. And here are two different libraries that we've imported into the virtual machine currently. So it is a little limited right now as far as being able to import NPM packages, if that's what you're kind of referring to. But like, so say like, okay, I want to make a game, and I've actually, was playing around with, okay, how can I, import some things? How can I get around some of this limitation? And what I did was I can go over here. I can, let's see, I'll sign out of this account, and then I'm going to sign in. I'm going to continue with wallet, use near wallet, and I'm going to use this account, log in. And what you can do is you can inject some libraries using like a CDN or a script. And I can show you on my profile here, look at my components. So yeah, you can take a look at this basic example of how to like use a canvas with iframe. So this is very rudimentary, obviously, but I can go ahead and view the source, and you can use these iframes. And if you look in the documentation, you can define source code or whatever you want, and then you can inject it into an iframe. And right here, this is like a simple, very stripped away basic example. Here is how you can use a canvas, and here's how you can use a script and inject it within the return statement. So cool, I made a green blob. That's not very interesting. But what else I can show you is a little breakout game, and this is using Phaser. It's like a JS library. You can see that I have source code here. I got some HTML, and then I have this script using the CDN.js that I can inject into, and then kind of write my source code here. And then at the end of it, I'm just going to create an iframe and inject it in here. So that way, when I open it now I got this kind of rudimentary breakout game that I've been playing around with and having fun with. But yeah, I'd like to, I have more ideas on how it'd be fun to kind of create some games and do some things like that. And same thing with you know, say you want to put in a chart. I created a little chart.js basic example. Again, you know, we're injecting a script here, so you can kind of get around some of these limitations by putting a script in there, and yeah, you can go ahead and modify whatever data that you want, and yeah, play with it that way. And yeah, same thing. Created like a little Tetris game that we can play in. It'll again, you know, some similar things. It's using. I think this one is pure, like there's no script in here. This is like pure, yeah, everything is just using Canvas, the Canvas object. And yeah, being able to manipulate it. There's not really any npm package or CDN that I'm using here. Does that kind of help answer that question? Maybe sort of.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah, like kind of my idea that, you know, with like Tetris or Breakout, it's so like the next step is like, oh cool, I'm gonna play this game, and then what I'd like it to do is once you've reached the high score, then you get an NFT. It says, hey, I'm the high score, and then the next person that plays this game, once they get the high score, the NFT is automatically transferred to the new person. So it's kind of like this trophy, this NFT trophy idea that I have, where you're, you know, stealing your NFT from your friend, and the only way that you can get that NFT, it can't be transferred. I'm locking down the NFTs. There's no way that it can be transferred. The only way that it can work is if you do it on chain, and you actually have proof that you A, beat the score, it's on chain, you can prove it, and B, now I have the NFT and I can steal it from my friends. I think it'd be kind of just like a fun thing to create some basic little fun, you know, casual chain games to play around with, and yeah, kind of incorporate some of these concepts that are there. And you know, the idea behind all this is like, we have got the kind of the infrastructure now. We have an easy way to onboard. We have multi-chain interactions. We have this open source, decentralized ethos that we're trying to stay true to. And now that these tools are here, what we want and what we need is for community and developers and anybody that's on this call or any of your friends to mess around with it and try to create your own version of it and help us build the best, you know, platform that we possibly can using all these tools. They're kind of all coming together right now. I'm pretty excited about it, and yeah, I really want to see what everyone can come up with in this hackathon and other hackathons.
Awesome. One other question is,
Sure.
Is there any benefit for the builder of the components from the users who use his or her component?
Yeah, so right now, like, we're thinking about that as far as like, yeah, like, you know, what are the incentives for developers? Like, I build a component and say someone else is using the component. Should there be like some sort of royalty or some sort of like, yes, something that's baked in that helps out with the developer right now? That's something that we've actually done with smart contracts on Near. Right now, 30% of all smart contracts gas fees that are acquired with one that you deployed are paid to the contract itself. So as you know, your contract is being used, you are getting 30% of those gas fees, so you're participating in those rewards. I think we'd like to do something like that with the components. It's not really been fleshed out yet, but I would love to get community insight on it and see what they, you know, would like and kind of what makes sense for developers as they're creating things. But yeah, it's something that we haven't really, you know, fully fleshed out yet, but definitely want to have more conversation around that.
Awesome. And one more question.
Yeah.
Can we still connect the blockchain operating system to a Web2 backend / database, i.e.
Yeah,
connect both the blockchain and Web2 backend, say
yeah.
like AWS?
Yeah, absolutely. I would say I would look at it as more of like you're sliding the needle from kind of decentralized to fully decentralized, and you can kind of choose whatever you want to do. As in the Tetris and the you know, the breakout little example I created, that's connecting to some Web2 backends and infrastructure. And the weather widget that I had, that's hitting Web 2 APIs. So you can incorporate some data, like an, we call like an Oracle solution where, you're going out off chain, grabbing some stuff and coming back. Yeah, you can absolutely mix centralized and decentralized components and really kind of fine tune where you want to be on that spectrum for your application. Yeah, and again, everything's open source, so anybody can kind of look at someone's code and see, oh, okay, I see this is all on chain here, but it looks like they're hitting this API and getting data from this source. And I can A, verify that that's the source that they're getting it from, and B, I can see how centralized or decentralized certain components are.
Amazing, thank you. No questions so far.
Cool. Well, yeah, I apologize again for the for all the headaches that we had in the beginning, but yeah, I'm excited for you guys to check some things out. You can see feature components here. This search bar is pretty cool. I would actually search EVM, and you can kind of see hackerhouse.near created some EVM components that are built on our platform. So I showed you the Lido example, and there's different kind of examples of Sushi Swap clone, an ERC20 token center. So if I want to say an ERC20 tokens on Ethereum, I can do that. I believe there's a Rainbow Bridge example. Here's a Polygon example. Maybe if I type in Aurora, if I can spell today. Yeah, Rainbow Bridge example. But yeah, I would take a look at some of the stuff. There's a tic-tac-toe example that Michael Birch created that kind of shows how to create a simple tic-tac-toe game, initializing some state, and yeah, going and creating a fully on-chain game that again interacts with your MetaMask. But yeah, feel free to use this search button to find components that you're interested in, and also, yeah, the VS Code extension is super cool. Didn't get into that as much. Oh, where's my VS Code? Yeah, VS Code. So like if you don't like that online IDE and you want to get serious, go ahead and in your extensions in VS Code, search for Near. You'll see the Near BOS IDE. You can go ahead and download it, and it's a super cool way that you can interact with components. You can log in and get widgets. Let's see. Let me open it. I gotta open a folder. Go BOS. And yeah, you can click on any of one of these examples. You can hit a preview button and preview it. Basically, do everything you were in the online in the online IDE. But you can also like retrieve. Like I grabbed mob.near. he's got quite a few widgets. I went in there and grabbed all of his widgets and take a look at his different components, and I can preview them. There's also the Near user ID, and this is kind of what we're using to create kind of some canonical widgets that anybody can use. Like you can see the profile pages under that, posts, search button, your feed, nested discussions, all sorts of different components that you can borrow from and use, and you don't necessarily need to upload everything for your application. You can go ahead and really kind of find all these different things and cards and start stitching them all together.
Hey Josh, sorry, just wanted to reiterate, someone said that you might not be sharing the right screen or window.
Oh, did you guys not see the VS Code thing?
No, I don't think so.
Oh no, that's so. Oh no. Well, okay. Well, okay. Shoot. All right. Well, let me see. Now we're in. Now we're in the infinite window. Shoot. Okay. Hang on. Let me see. Oh, maybe if I minimize it. Minimize this. Bring this here. Can you see this? Can you see the VS Code now? No?
Just infinite screens right now.
Oh no, just infinite screens. Oh, this is a bummer. Okay. Well, Well, that kind of stinks. Yeah, I don't know how to show you something that's not in my browser. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm on. Okay, let's go back into here. Let's see if you go home, go to develop. Let's see. Let's go back to that sandbox. Let's see what happened. Yeah, it wants to open up my VS Code here. So in this IDE, go ahead and download our VS Code extension, or click this and it'll automatically open up your VS Code extension. It's a super simple walkthrough on how to use it. I wish this software is a little this live stream software is a little tricky today. But yeah, here's an easy way you can go for it. Or just click on the button on your VS Code and Marketplace and just type in here, and you'll find the BOS IDE plugin. It's super simple to find, and really, like, yeah, we try to make it really simple to use and navigate around.
Amazing. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. We're coming up on time, I believe. Yes. I would, yeah.
Just one last question here. Yeah, sorry, amazing. Does that mean the front end we develop will be fully open source with blockchain?
Yep. Yeah, everything's fully open source right now. I don't know that we talked about like maybe having like in all the posts that you have, they're public and they're there forever. There's no deleting it. Well, there is deleting it, but that's getting into kind of how like there's like this current window and then things are garbage collected, but like the archive of the blockchain is always there. So you can change what's currently visible, but there's always going to be a history there. That'll always persist. So there's been some talks about like how we can have private conversations on chain, but yeah, not the best solution if you want to have something hidden or private right now. But yeah, maybe saying that means the front end we do. Oh yeah. Sorry, you just answered that. Yeah, or just read that question. But yeah, everything is open and viewable, and that's kind of what we want to do. Make it very transparent.
Amazing. Of course, if anyone has any other questions, please do drop them in the chat. Yeah, use this opportunity as Josh is here with us, and also other members of the NEAR team are here with us. So if you want answers to your questions, please do ping them in there. But of course, if you have
in here, thank you so much for answering questions. Frol's pretty good dev right there. He's a good he's a good egg. He knows a lot of answers to questions that I don't know. So we have a Discord, I believe. That's where the participants are going to be getting assistance. There's also the NEAR Discord. There's like an engineering channel in there that my team checks. And yeah, Frol checks regularly as well, I believe. I'm not sure if is so much in Discord, but on Stack Overflow, I know he's always in there, and I know he's in the Telegram groups as well. He is on today.
So yeah, of course, as you heard from here, you have the Encode technical questions channel, then you also have the NEAR kind of channel as well to use. Of course, the link is already in the channel for the Encode one. Is there a link for the NEAR one that people could use?
NEAR.chat. You just type NEAR.chat. Super simple. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat, NEAR.chat. Yeah, go ahead and click on that. That'll take you right to our Discord server, and there's an engineering section. So our Discord server is like both community and engineering. Just find the engineering section. That's what you want to focus on, and that's where my team is. If you want help with writing smart contracts, if you want help with what I just went over with today, feel free to post questions in there if you're not finding your answers elsewhere.
Amazing. Well, thanks so much to the whole NEAR team, and Josh. We survived on this.
We did. We made it. We did it. We survived. Yay.
Amazing. But yeah, and thank you everyone for joining. We've had a lovely day. To people who have been here from the session earlier and to the ones here as well, thank you so much for joining us for both our sessions today. But of course, any questions, do ping the whole team. We're more than happy to help. And I hope everyone has a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Thanks so much, everyone. Awesome. Bye.